to Tell It Like It Is with LaNe'll Sheree. This is episode number 5, and I am ready to go. How about you guys? I hope you have been having a great week. It is Friday, and it's been a good time, y'all. I have wanted to post more, but what I'm learning is that this is going to be a challenge because, just feeling confident enough and then having to come up with an interesting topic that matters to me. The topic has to make sense to me. It has to be something that I connect with, and it has to be something that I want to share with you guys so that you have a takeaway. If you don't have a takeaway, then I'm basically wasting my time. Today, what came to me to talk to you guys about is faith. And the reason why I chose faith is because this is my testimony. This is why I want to communicate with you guys. It's because I have a testimony. The female that you see in front of you today has come from the trials and tribulations herself, and what helped me make it through was my faith. Not a soul on this earth, not even my 4 children was enough reason for me to want to keep breathing, but my faith demanded it of me, and therefore everything else lined up. And when I say that, I mean as a true believer. You can call yourself a Christian. All I know is that I'm God-fearing, and I believe in a higher power, which means that I serve a higher purpose. And in that relationship, in that connection with my higher power, he demands me to live this life. Not love it, but live it and testify and to do the best that I can on a daily basis. This flesh can make you want to do a lot of different things. And, when you're young and you're not holding yourself accountable, when you're not taking your faith seriously, you make mistakes that not everyone is able to come back from. I myself was able to come back from my mistakes, and I am a living testimony that you can also change your ways and do better in life. We do not have to continuously be in a struggle financially, mentally, spiritually, and the way to get out of that is to connect with your higher power. When I say I wanted to talk about faith, I want to talk about, I understand that there are people that do not believe. I understand that there are people that think that the thought of praying and praising and loving something we can't see, hold, is a waste of time. But I, for one, can't see life without it. I have felt the presence of my Savior. The strength in his hug, and the physical presence that he has when I keep him close to me. The effect it has on me, it's real. When I keep myself in the presence of my higher power, I'm unstoppable. That's the only way I can put it. People see my glow, people see my shine, and they see my story. They hear my story, and they see the outcome. When I say I was born into poverty, that meant days and nights with no lights, no water, want to go stay at other people's house. just always wanting what other people want, always envious, was always just, I went without. And so I wanted from what other people had. I wasn't jealous, it's just like I wanted to be certain people's sizes, and I liked their clothes, and I couldn't afford it. I wore Payless, I wore hand-me-downs from the Salvation Army, you know. It was bad, you know. And it left me in a place where I wanted more and didn't know how to get more because nothing was accessible. Nobody was showing you anything or telling you anything. You know, we knew we had to go to school. We knew we had to pass. And they told me not to do drugs and, you know, just opportunity wasn't there. And the little bit of upper class that you did see, it was only a sample of it, and then it'd be taken away. So it was no directing you to how to get there. It was only, you know, you see it on TV, you see it in a movie, but your reality is totally different. My mom kept food on the table every day. She worked hard. You know, we just went without because it was 5 of us. 5 kids and only one mother. And she did the best she could. And I went through it myself, and I understand her sorrows. I understand her trials and her tribulations because now I have lived them. And my faith kicked in. I was raised in a church house, but it kicked in once I had kept exposing myself to negativity and, you know, having to run for my life and pray over myself. It just made no sense that I kept walking away. So the last time that I had to call on him because I hadn't been walking with him was in the prison cell. And I was there because I couldn't walk away from my situation. I didn't know how. I didn't know right from wrong at that point because I had done so much. And in that jail cell, I cried and I cried, and the guard brought me the Bible. And I read some scriptures and I fell asleep. And over the next few months, the few years, I found myself, every time I was wanting to go to sleep, every time I found myself up, thinking I was supposed to be drinking or smoking, when I prayed, when I opened the Bible, it'll put me right to sleep in the most peaceful way. And it saved me, and it made me a better person. That connection I felt was so real, I wouldn't have made it by myself. I wouldn't have made it calling somebody that didn't answer. I wouldn't have made it without faith. I wouldn't have made it without prayer. And I can't understand how some of you are out there without this security, without this relief. Just knowing you're not by yourself. This is not for you. This is for a higher purpose. Just to think that I want to wake up every day and go to work and make money through some business because I didn't develop my own. So I put myself in a position to have to go work many hours and not feel fulfilled and not make enough money at all to live the lifestyle I want to live, or that I want my children to live, or that I want my grandchild to live, or the grandchildren after him. I can't do it working for someone else. I can't feed another individual's dream. But early on, I did not understand the severity of that. So every day I find myself fighting with reality. So going to work, just working for someone else, to think you need money for this, and this, hasn't been enough. So I use my faith to strengthen me, to empower me, to fulfill me, and it does. It lets me know that money will never be enough. Only faith is. You can get money after money after money. It won't ever be enough. Rich people tell you, you don't want to be poor. It takes money to live. But there is no amount of money that will make you happy. You have to have something behind that. It won't be friends. It won't always be family. It won't be, things you buy. It won't be all the places you go. You can go places, but when you're there, you're looking for something. And if you have faith, you'll understand your strength. You'll understand the beauty of the world on a rainy day, on a stormy day. You will feel so equipped in any situation because you put there for a reason. And the best resorts are given by someone of faith. I deal with a lot. Another topic I wanted to talk about is black and white. There's been a lot of stuff going on about this skin. Cocoa brown skin, dark chocolate skin, light caramel. I mean, all the different shades we have. There's a TikTok of a dark chocolate man, and then there's this Caucasian guy, and they're both acting blind, and they're grabbing on to whoever is walking by to see if they'll help. People were so disgusted by the chocolate black man. Not one person turned their back on the Caucasian man. And it's an uproar right now through TikTok. I honestly don't like these TikToks. The TikToks where they're showing what we all know. Most white people do not like African Americans, black people, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, whatever it is. Most white people do not like us. And I worked around 99% of Caucasians. My faith had to come with me every day. I wasn't ever disrespected, but it was the defense I had to put up. It was the look that people would give me. The look. Because once they got in my chair, I feel energy very well. So once they got in my chair, I felt if you wanted to communicate, if you didn't want to communicate. 9 times out of 10, some of them would communicate with me and keep it going before I would, and others would sit in my chair and their answer to any question I asked would be so short, I would know to just do my job. But in situations, and even when the ones that would communicate with me, some of them were spiritual. A lot of my conversations were spiritual. And I loved it. I loved that an 80-year-old man, a 60-year-old woman, a 30-year-old woman, a 29-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, 23-year-old, 24-year-old, black, white, Caucasian, German, Australian, English, Asian. There is not one ethnicity I have not encountered in my chair. Some speak, some don't. And I still get tipped well. So feeling someone's energy, I really feel like a true racist would not let you touch them. So have I seen some turn around when it is only black people in that building? Yes. A few times. Other times when they walk in, they're looking around. You know, hoping, and what it gives me is they're hoping that someone else is there that will help them. But if I help them, they put their best face on and they allow me to do my job. But in that moment, when you look at me, I connect to your energy. And that in itself was draining, angering, that someone could look at you and make and think whatever it is in your head, you think it. That you're better than me, you don't want me to touch you, you don't care for me because of the color of my skin. Now this TikTok just proved to me that maybe I should bring the discussion up, because I had already been thinking about talking about black and white and how my career field makes me feel, but I had left it alone. But then when I saw this TikTok, I'm like, dang, you know, that's crazy. Because TikTok is like 8 days old now, maybe a little older, maybe not 8 days. And it just reminded me every time a Caucasian walked in my building, I felt like they didn't like me, or they didn't want me to touch them, or yeah. And then I wouldn't care. The brand brings the people, and the stylists change. So they're used to getting new stylists, but it was the look that they gave this African American female that would drain my energy, give me aches and pains I do not feel anymore since I left that building. But what I did show while I was in that building is that I'm a person of faith. Anointed is what a couple of those clients would tell me. Oh, I can feel your anointing. You have a great testimony. I tell them about my book. One, maybe two asked me the name of it. But do they truly care? Did they truly like me? Or did they just get a sample of another world? I believe they got a sample of another world. But most of them don't interact with my color on a regular basis. And it's hurtful what's going on in this world, that we're still segregated. And even though some of us have blended families, and you may be with African American and you're white, your sister's with an African American, or your cousin, or your whoever, you got some chocolate mixed up in your world somewhere, and y'all don't like it. And we, this color, so humble. We still try and make ourselves likable. We still are respectful to any and every color and creed we encounter. But it's always us that aren't liked, us that are thought bad of, us that are the one that is less. You think you're better than me because I'm brown skinned? Now, some people say that we are the true creation. We are the true human being that just did so much bad that someone had to be created to dominate us, because we couldn't do right on our own. So you look at our history and whatever's hidden from us. I only have bits and pieces. That's why I'm bringing conversations to my platform, because I want to speak about what I know and what I believe and what I'm seeing. So African Americans are supposed to be these gods and goddesses that were created of higher power. And at some point, an Edomite was born. And they had to be put over black people, because black people, just like any people at this point, have so much negative in us. That's where the faith kicks in. Born of evil thoughts, and only some of us act on it. Only some of us act on this negativity that can pop in your mind at different times. You want more money. You lust. You don't like this person, or they looked at you wrong, or they think you're better than them, or what else is it that this flesh wants? This flesh wants money. This flesh wants physical touch. This flesh wants power. This flesh wants people to look at you and love you. And this flesh wants to be the most popular. It wants a lot. And then you got the way negative. You got perversion. You got murder. You got rape. The evil that goes on in this world. Why would you function without faith? For every action is a reaction. So if there's bad, you got to understand that there's good. And my faith brought me through a lot. It helps me go through everyday situations and come out on top. and I don't ignore it. But I had to understand what I'm in control of. So I had to take a step back from my workplace because my body, what my body was feeling is gone. And I've been gone 3-4 days, and I do not feel like I was feeling under attack. And it was only because of the color of my skin, where I was not being accepted because of who I am. I had to take it off of me. And I gotta reevaluate who I am and what I'm put here for. And it is for a higher purpose. It is to serve a higher purpose. And I need everyone to understand that nobody is better than the next person. Nobody. Every day I cut someone's hair that I don't know if they were doing financially better than me. And I know they weren't doing spiritually better than me because I'm good. And financially is only green. You know, I'm fine. I'm doing very well. You know, somebody that came from where I come from to where I am, that's what I'm preaching about today. Not preaching, but talking about, testifying about today. Is that with faith, you can get where you want to be. Do not ever think you won't be where you want to be if you're walking with faith. Just stop putting yourself in dangerous situations. Stop wanting it to come faster than what it's going to come. You have to position yourself at an early age, because the 20s, the 30s, they all go by so fast. I'm about to be 38. 38 years old, a mother of 4, an author, a cosmetologist, and a child of God. And I would love to always say that, number one, first, I am a child of God. I just always describe myself first, and none of that matters without my faith. I wouldn't be here without my faith. I am nothing without my faith. Every day, I rebaptize myself in the shower. I redevote myself. Repent. Ask for forgiveness. Ask for direction, permission. And I'm feeling better and better. Whatever you're going through, even if you're at the best times in your life, take a moment to stop and thank your higher power. They've given him many names. He is all. The beginning, the ending, and everything in between, the Alpha, the Omega, the day, the night, the stars, the moon, the sun, the wind, all things created through him, by him. And I am here through him, for him, by him, and only because of him. And with that, I want you to know that if you are not a believer, and you need to know why we are, it's because I'm empowered with it. I'm stronger. I made it through a lot of storms with my faith. I prayed and the enemy ran. I prayed and I won many battles. I prayed and at times I am healed. I fear nothing. I am more powerful. I am happy. I am at peace with my faith. It would behoove you to listen. That faith is real, God is real, and that you should be praying, you should be praising, and to all my Black Americans, stay strong, vigilant, and continue to do your work out there. To every race out there, every race, no one is better than the next individual. No one. Use your position to help. If you are doing better than the next person, you are not better. You are more equipped to help the next. And with that being said, y'all have a great, blessed, beautiful day. We're gonna get this together. Don't worry about all the little hiccups and all the little, oh, she fumbled the word. I don't care. I don't care. The purpose is to testify that I came from nothing. And I am something. Okay? I am something. I overcame a lot. And it was my faith that made me. And you better use yours. Every day. Okay? Every day. Become a better and better person. Until next time, y'all have a great day.